Yeah, I do like the Mars for that reason though. Solid lockdown, being able to counter out that Stampede. All of it feels pretty nice. Curious what 5Midas is going to take in response to this one. You probably want. I talk about the Spirit Hero so often. I think that Ember Spirit, Storm Spirit is probably not Storm against Alina. That one's interesting. We've seen it a thousand times before. Storm is awful against Lina in the laning phase, and as soon as you hit 6, you have your solution there. You can get on top of the Lina by ball lightning forward.
Yep.
I think the biggest game where that came into play was another Arkosh game where Canada's Vulpes was playing Storm. And then at 6 minutes, he got a double damager, and after getting completely bodied in lane, just found solo kills and started popping off in the game.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this Wraith King pickup. It is pretty good into the Mars. It is one of the better heroes to pick into the Mars as far from the carry role, but it doesn't feel surprisingly strong into Weaver though, right? Like Weaver just, I feel like, is never under threat from this hero.
Yeah, you struggle to get on top of the hero and actually get auto attacks off. They don't have the most lockdown right now either. Like, it's hard to get the hoof stomp off onto them. The lift is great, yeah, but they need like really good follow up afterwards. So Wraith King, sort of good here. You can get on top of targets with the Centaur, but they need, I think, another solution to this Weaver, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be able to wreak havoc on the backline, pick off this Rubik and Disrupt. There's not a whole lot Centaur and Wraith King to be able to do about it right now.
I think Arkosh have great lanes for the most part, and on top of it, I think they also scale quite far. They're going to go ahead and respect ban out Canis Vulpes' Ember Spirit. I would maybe see the Invoker next, honestly. It's a pretty dang good Invoker game. It's pretty solid against all of the heroes that they've picked, including, obviously, Centaur for Stampede because Tornado, obviously EMP for the Wraith King. Combos pretty well having Alacrity on Weaver. I think there's just a lot of... Oh, Invoker is literally first banned. Ignore everything I just said. So... let's talk about something that is possible.
I was saying this earlier in the tournament. It persists to be true, though. They actually have a 100% win rate with Ember Spirit on Canis Vulpes.
It's true. They've had a phenomenal tournament. And like Canis Vulpes, his last series when he got to play Ember Spirit, just absolutely crushed the other team. It was disgusting. There's the Storm Spirit ban, actually for 5ManMidas this time.
Yeah, Storm Spirit banned out. Not surprised with that one either. Canis, he popped off when he played it against Lina. That was in week 3, week 4 against Felt. After he got completely bodied in lane, but ended up recovering there.
Really good against Mars, but you can just pick a solid mid hero here. For Canis Vulpes, the question is, who do you want to take? Like, the heroes that are good against Batrider are heroes that don't have to worry about him getting on top of you. Okay, this chat spam, I swear to God, it's both teams. It's not even just Arkosh. It's literally both teams.
I was for it at first. Now I think I'm kind of anti.
Oh my God, Neph, we're gonna have to mute all 10 players this game.
What can you do? You don't already have the players in Arkosh muted?
No, I very much enjoy their all chat. It's too much for me to mute them.
A lot of time it's directed towards me.
That is true. I can understand why you would mute them. They have a vendetta out for you, brother. Maybe you shouldn't have bet against them at the beginning of the season.
I continue to bet against them.
True.
I'm really hoping they don't win today. Not a biased caster, but I'm really hoping that I don't have to eat a hat.
Yeah, that would be pretty great. If you were to eat your hat, Neph, how would you prepare it? Do you boil it? Do you
I was actually looking online, doing a little prep work before this.
Deep fry?
You boil it.
Oh, okay.
Apparently. Yeah.
That's also probably a decent way of cleaning the hat before you have to eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
That would make a lot of sense.
And given the hat in particular, I'd probably want to clean it. Anyhow, you see the frames dropping, by the way?
In game?
Yeah.
Do you have chat open?
No. Yeah.
Yep, that's why. It's a new feature that was added in the most recent update where if you have chat open during draft, you get maximum 20 FPS or something. It's a very cool feature. Last pick, Queen of Pain, huh?
Interesting. Canis Vulpus Quap. I mean, it allows you to jump on the back line. You have a lot of burst damage here. I don't think you have some kiting potential on the Wraith King as well with the Shadow Strike. It's a solid pickup here. I would have preferred to see a Spirit hero. I mean, I do think Queen of Pain struggles to deal with the Disruptor quite a bit. You just get glimpsed back after that initial Thunder Strike, drops the kinetic field on you, drops the static storm on you, and you end up dying. But I think a quick BKB could fix all these problems for Canis Vulpus.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I like both teams' drafts, honestly. I think 5ManMidas have a lot of good things going for them. I'm a little worried about the Weaver, which unfortunately everyone can see the name of this player. So it looks like it is Mason.
Out of the bag?
Yeah, it looks like the hats might be out of the bag on this one. Weaver is being played by Mesao, it would appear. Whether or not it's a mistake he joined on this account is to be, we'll find out, I'm sure, later. But game number 1, Arkosh here versus 5ManMidas. Should be a blast either way.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I really, again, need 5ManMidas to win. I'm not crazy about the Queen of Pain last pick. I think if you get a quick BKB, if you pop off in your lane, you're in an all right place. I'm gonna have to once again go with 5ManMidas as my preference, and that's your win con right there. Is the Queen of Pain, the enemy mid laner, just DCing at minute 1.
That is a pretty good win con, honestly.
Maybe they're trying to force the admins to remake, but I think it's a little bit too late at this point. The viewers know.
That is a Grandmaster Weaver, not even just like a Master tier Weaver. That is a Grandmaster Weaver.
Wait. Oof.
Oh God.
I don't tune into Mason's stream regularly. Gonna be honest.
Okay, he's a one-trick pony. What can we say?
Really?
Nah, I have no idea.
I imagine he's Grandmaster on every hero.
I'm gonna catch so much flack for saying that, but it's fine. I'm honestly excited. We'll most likely see Mason jump on his proper account maybe later today. Like we said, this looks like it was a mistake, but earlier this season, we did see Pale Horse do the exact same thing. So, it is what it is. We'll find out.
Yeah. Man's too busy yelling into his mic to remember to hop onto the correct account.
I'm sure he just came straight from streaming to join the lobby and was just like, yeah, ready to go. And no one noticed.
And time is money. This man, he doesn't have time to switch accounts.
But will it follow?
We have a lot of chat lines this game. So,
yes.
If you were 5ManMidas here and you see this last pick Quap, which neither you or I are very fond of, I guess, I don't know. I'm trying to think like how this matchup between Queen of Pain and Batrider goes, because in my head it's like, okay, it should be all right for Batrider, but Queen of Pain really is never under kill threat from Batrider, right? As long as you have 1 point in Shadow Strike and 1 point in Blink, Batrider can't kill you. But yeah. I feel like Batrider just pushes your lane and then out farms you. Maybe I'm wrong though.
I mean, it's not a great hero at farming anymore. Your sticky napalm damage is reduced by half on creeps. It feels pretty awful, to be honest. You do 3 extra damage on the creeps with each stack of sticky napalm.
Let's say catches Ray there in the mid lane, but there's no way they finally kill. Too close to the tier 1 tower. No spear either, obviously. You can't really open spear on Mars. It is a huge grief to the lane. It costs a lot more mana, much longer. You have like longer range, but it honestly feels like you do a lot less damage to that range creep if you're trying to get that last hit.
With the fate of the universe and the
I imagine it'll be fine. Yeah, they're tired of spamming his Canis Vulpus. Both teams are doing it though, so in all honesty, it's probably his fault. If he made the chat line, he instigated. Let's be real. So I think I'm not sure. This mid lane matchup, if you want to secure CS, you go Scream of Pain. If you want to try to harass the Batrider out of lane, you go Shadow Strike. RL, he's probably gonna get out laned here.
I like how Mason has the zoo tag. That one's classic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be trying to keep my eyes on mid lane a little bit here, but I feel like Gremlo against DNM on the Wraith King. Should be a fairly good lane for Gremlo, at least this, like at the beginning. At some point, DNM just leaves the lane and goes jungle, right?
Yeah, the reason why this is such a good matchup for the Mars, because the Wraith King has such little armor. Like, not only are you able to clear his skeletons with your God's Rebuke, but you're playing against a 2-armor hero. Unless he gets, like, early ring of protection, early chainmail, you just end up getting harassed out of lane. Already, Gremlo's putting the pressure onto DNM here. You see him zoning him out of lane, and looks like Ray's taking a lot of harass as well, forced to use that salve on himself. Not ideal situation for DNM, but given the fact that the waves push back, he can at least safely get the CS under his own tower. In the mid lane, see that Keena's Vulpus, he actually opted to go Scream at Pain to grab himself the first couple of CS, and it's a little bit in Keena's Vulpus's favor over here right now, as most of the wave hasn't been killed yet.
Yeah, the other thing too is it helps you.
DNM's about to drop.
Oh, DNM is falling low. LSA from Goat on cooldown still. This is the thing, like the Lina Mars is a really strong duo, right? LSA with the amount of follow-up you have from Mars, or just the fact that Mars can set up that Light Strike array, and Lina does a lot of damage with just that single value point in Fiery Soul. So we'll see how that lane goes. Canis Volp is doing really good in the mid lane, actually. He is 12 and 2.
DNM's actually sending himself out Gloves of Haste first instead of any armor. A lot of the time in this lane matchup, you see like Boots of Speed over Chainmail first. You want to work towards your phase boot so you don't take all this harass from God's Rebuke. And these right clicks from Goat too.
Yeah.
I'm in such a high range here. I think second highest range right behind Techies, Lina is.
There is one other. Ancient Apparition has like 30 more range.
Really?
Yeah. She has 670, and I think Ancient Apparition has 700. Same with Techies.
There is no way Ancient Apparition has 700.
I'm telling you, dude, Ancient Apparition has more attack range. Maybe it's not 700, but he has more attack range. She's the third.
More. He's got 5 more.
Is it 5? Okay, I was like, I know it's more, but I didn't know by how much. It's actually 5. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Nice, Poggers.
You are correct.
I got called out for this not that long ago by a bunch of 5 heads in Twitch chat, obviously.
A bunch of nerds.
Yeah. They're like, pushes glasses up. Excuse me, sir. You are incorrect.
Much like how DNM is incorrect for not getting this armor, because of that, taking a lot of harass here.
Yeah, jeez. Ray is going to be the salve fairy for him this game, it would appear.
Yeah. I love the salve fairy. He's been a very good boy. And Goat clearing out these wards now. A little bit of extra golden XP under his belt because of that one. Gremlo is actually opting into Orb of Venom, so he's looking for kills up here, which is a little bit unlike him. Ray might be the kill that he finds. Doesn't throw out the spear on Gremlo.
And bottom lane
hesitated for a moment there.
Getting real low as well. Mason on this Weaver doing a lot of work. So I have like this conundrum. Do we call him Mason or do we call him Pale Horse, right? Like he's not on the Pale Horse account, but
you call them by whatever their player tag is. We'll just call him Mason.
All right, we'll just call him Mason, I guess.
Yeah. I'm on first name basis with him. I don't mean to brag or anything, so I get to call him Mason.
I see. Yes.
Yeah. Goat zoned out of lane here by DNM. Dell now working towards those phase boots, has Boots of Speed heading out over to him, and opts to move in the jungle here for at least a moment.
Dude, Arkosh is crushing the CS right now. They are winning all 3 lanes by significant margins. Like, Canis Volpus is double that of RL on the Batrider, and Mason on the Weaver is a solid 10 last hits in front of the Wraith King, who, mind you, has not been having a very good lane at all. He does have the boots now with the Glove of Haste. The question is, like, will he go back for Midas? Will this be an armlet? You know, there's a lot of different options, but
Glove of Haste is such a value item for like farming faster. The 20 attack speed for the gold.
On Strength Heroes too, man.
Yeah, on Strength Heroes who don't have that attack speed. It feels so good. Light Trick Ray does land, but already backing up there. But yeah, it feels very good for that reason, but I still think armor would have put you in a bit better of a place. 19 and OCS at the moment. Like, you can't do anything. You struggle to exist in this lane. Bottom lane, small engagement here. Mason stunned up.
I mean, he's got a lot of healing coming in from Crow as well. He's just sitting on 5 stick charges, so he's not super worried. And that's the thing in this bottom lane, like trading into like Weaver IO feels really bad, except for Centaur once he has the Vanguard. But he's got a lot of regen, right? Bracer, Ring of Health, and Tangos. Like Lies is very tanky, but still takes a lot of damage from the IO Weaver right now.
Yeah. That'll change once he's got the Vanguard, of course, but you did talk about this one in the drafting phases. Like, this is one of the few combinations that can use out in the center out of lane. Oh, he's struggling here in 16 CS.
Yeah. I mean, the CS is netting them a huge net worth advantage already. 2,000 increasing more every moment. We're up to 2,500, almost 3,000 here just 6 minutes into the game. Canis Vulpes mid lane doing fantastic. Has level 6 and illusion rune. So he's never actually under threat of RRLs like Lasso, because you can purge off those sticky napalm stacks at any time, which he does at this very moment. And just threatening RRL more and more with 3 points in the Shadow Strike.
I do like this quite a bit. If you want to get into Crass, you want to CS faster.
Goes down bottom lane. First blood finally at almost 7 minutes into the game, but goes to Mason on the Weaver. I mean, he was already having a good start, and it's just getting worse.
Yeah, you know, I'm not surprised the M-God on his home account with that Grandmaster Weaver managed to snag himself first blood. It was only a matter of time.
Yeah, now that they know, you know,
he can start holding back.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm Grant. Oh, Crow dodges the stomp. Okay. He didn't have any sticky napalm charges out off on the Batrider for half the lasso, so Crow took almost no damage from that lasso.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 1 point into the Firefly, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is, you typically go, you know, 3 in sticky napalm anyway, because it does so much damage to heroes. But having that only single charge, like Flaming Lasso does 35 damage, right? Without it. So
yeah,
Crow
getting the deny off here on Lies, but yeah, nice grab there by Crow. Playing very aggressive here on Canis Vulpes, and Aegster behind him here. Gives him a zap, but that's all he can dish
There's
out
no
at the
lasso,
moment.
right? Canis Vulpes has no threat.
They're gonna try to go forward here.
That's a bait.
Around.
He does get 1-for-1, but I mean, okay, this time he had a lot of napalm charges on him. Mason, though, looking to dive the tower here as he gets those bugs onto Aegster. The overcharge doing so much work for them still. And this is one of those combinations that is just so fun to play if you are the IO, because your game is like, yeah, I'll just tether this Weaver and run around hasted. This seems, it's fun.
Not missing a beat there, moving straight down to the mid lane after grabbing that tier 1 tower bottom. And this is where he's going to stay, it looks like, right? He's just going to drop his double damage rune here on Mason.
Yeah, easy kill for him. Aegster comes back in as well, the TP, but they're going to actually find DNM. He's going to have to level his ult, right? Like, he's going to have to put a point in. Yeah, he does at this very moment. Jump forward here on Canis Vulpes. Nice Scream of Pain onto that Rubik, and DNM will be able to make it underneath the tower. RRL unable to really find a kill there. Light Striker away from the trees, trying to find the kill there. They do. Canis Vulpes grabs it with that Shadow Strike, and now Canis Vulpes just needs to leave. Wraith Fire Blast does come out. RL nowhere close. Link up in just a couple of seconds. They're relocating back in a moment. Ray is in the worst position. He's like, oh god. He does get the D-Ward, but a Laguna Blade from Growth's gonna find him.
I mean, he knows that the IO's coming back in there. I don't know why he stuck around. You can visually see it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't actually see it on the other side. I think it was just outside of ward vision. Nice lasso there with the Wraithfire Lasso follow, but it's just Arkosh beating him down 1 by 1, and with Wraith King's ult on cooldown, Canis Vulpes has no intentions of slowing down, throws that level 4 Shadow Strike and pushing DNM further and further out of the lane. Meanwhile, have we even talked about or seen Gremlo for the last few minutes, Neff?
No, this is pretty standard stuff for Gremlo. He doesn't really exist with the rest of his team until, like, I don't know, maybe like the 13-14 minute mark. He's just doing his thing, farming up his Blink Dagger right now. He's sitting at near the top of the CS chart, though. 72.
Top second on net worth, too. I mean, Gremlo has had a fantastic start to this game. He's super farmed.
Yeah, there's a 6K net worth advantage right now. This looks like one of the EG games playing against one of these other teams in the upper division at the moment with the difference here.
Wait until we see EG take on Arkosh, Neff. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, Season 2.
Man, we have D1 Hustlers coming up too. Like, this season has turned out to be so much fun. And mid lane tier 1 tower is going to fall. They have both top and mid now taken here on the side of Arkosh. All of their towers super healthy still, right? Like, they're in a really good position.
Yeah, complete control over the map, and immediately they use this tower advantage to start invading the enemy team's jungle. RL's got to watch out. Gremlo, he's finally with his team now. Goat not far behind him.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, he's level 8.
Vulpes just chasing down DNM at 11 minutes underneath his tier 2. He's got to run all the way back to base.
These 4 points Shadow Strike, it's not what we normally see. A lot of players were maxing Scream of Pain to go for a more farm-oriented build, but with the amount of pressure that they're able to provide, ooh, they go for the Stampede. The Glimpse play is going to find Goat at least, but you were definitely looking for that Queen of Pain. No way he turns around onto Wraith. There's going to be a relocate right into the center of fight, and now Mason looking to do some damage of his own. Gremlo's here as well. The arena, it catches RRL, the Bat Rider, and Aikster. He's going to go down first. Bat Rider going to bite the dust third, and oh boy, you get the Glimpse play, but it cost you 3 heroes.
I mean, you're making a tiny bit of space for DNM while you're doing this, but it's not going to be enough. He's working on a Midas right now. And we're 12 minutes into the game. They're going to be pushing high ground by the time he gets this completed. There's going to be no value out of that one. Lies told in the bottom lane just completed his Vanguard.
Dude.
This is an incredibly one-sided match.
He went, well, I guess he's had it for a little bit. He picked up the Ring of Health after that, but like, typically centaurs want to have Vanguard around 6 minutes so you can push with the tower, right? Or with the catapult to the tower. And
they have until like 9.
What is it? Yeah, exactly. He didn't get it until like 8 or 9 minutes because he had to pick up these brown boots.
Dire's top tower.
And he had to commit for a lot more regen in the lane.
Mason, he's just looking to play this game fast. He's got his Falcon Blade, Maelstrom completed, shoving out lanes very quickly here.
Now, what's the chance of us seeing the famed Maesao Abyssal Blade on the Weaver? It is something that, you know, he definitely patented. It was a build that...
Is that actually something he does?
Oh, yeah. It's like 6th item. Sometimes he'll go back for the Abyssal Blade.
Had to have been in the last patch, not the current one.
It was better in last patch, right? Before they nerfed Abyssal Blade's cast range, but it's still something he would pick up, like, pretty regularly.
Maybe I need to tune into more Mason streams.
The man's, it's a based stream, dude. Simply too based, my friend.
He seems to have Dota, you know, figure out in a way that the rest of us, you know, can even begin to comprehend.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be an impossibility for 5ManMidas this game. Like, in general, Mason on Weaver is something you should be scared of, but in a game where it is a good Weaver game, like, the only real thing... Oh, we have an arena. We'll come back to that in a moment, and it catches the Bat Rider. I was about to say the only thing he has to worry about is Bat Rider, but, you know, you got so much initiation on the side of your team, like, with Arkosh in the form of, you know, Gremlo having this super early Blink Dagger now.
They're struggling to push right now. One of the things they have going for them is the only person really that tanky is Gremlo, so no one will sit there, eat up tower shots.
Oh god,
Canis Vulpes. He's already dead.
Oh, there's a reload in as well. DNM, the Stampede comes out, but they're just as fast, brother. You got a Weaver right on you. Lies will take down Lena on the other side of the map. There is a Yules. They're all trying to beeline down here and save the Wraith King. Just loses his courier instead. Canis Vulpes continues the aggression here. Is going to be able to get the ultimate most likely with that Shadow Strike. He's going to try and heal up as much as possible, but the rest of the team's trying to chase after Canis Vulpes. He's going to TP out in time. He does. All right, he makes it back to the fountain. Isn't going to lose that reincarnation. Lies? There's no way he catches Canis Vulpes. It's just not possible. He's got a Yules.
Yep. No Blink Dagger either on Lies.
Glimpse in one, looking for Gremlo.
Gremlo's got a Blink. Oh, Blink disabled.
Yeah, nice play by Ray there. Pulls him right into the Static Storm, and this should be a pickoff. LSA comes in, stuns Lies, actually. They're gonna be able to turn around the mech from Crow. Healing out so much, and Mason has arrived, baby. He's on the backside, looking to take down the Disruptor. Laguna's gonna take down the Rubik, and Lies chase down. Beautiful Spirit by Gremlo, and the chain stuns continue as Arkosh pick off 3. They are so damn far ahead, Neff.
This net worth advantage just continuing to go. 3 bounty runs. Look at this. Stocks going up. Look at this. This is the next level strat here, Ricky. You leave the bounty runs. The enemy too scared to come anywhere close to your side of the map.
And they just appreciate value. Yeah, that is stonks, my friend. They're gonna keep those for the next one. No, Kane is gonna bottle them. I was like, are they actually keeping these for the 18-minute bounty? No.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's like an extra what, like 100, 200 gold across your team.
Yeah, it's actually pretty significant.
All right, back on the enemy side of the map. Moving through the jungle here on Mason and Crow. I mean, they don't have that much to be afraid of. It's like you just mentioned earlier. It's just lasso. That's the only thing they're really that afraid of here. And there's not much damage to follow up the lasso with.
Yeah, and he went for a Sange. So 25% reduced lasso duration once he has the completed Sange and Yasha. So, I mean, it's only 16% at the beginning, but you also just have IO's relocate and mechanism. Like, there's so many options that they have. Gremlo finds another one here onto the Rubik Sphere. The arena. Goat's gonna be able to pick it up with one last auto attack, but Mason looking behind the trees, seeing if they can find anyone, trying to defend the tower, but 5ManMidas not gonna fall for it.
No, they know they have to play super far back right now. On the other side of the map, there's Lies and Ray sitting there. They're hoping somebody jumps onto Lies, thinking they can blow him up and maybe get a quick turnaround with Thunder Strike, Static Storm into like double edge hoof stomp. But they can just go for objectives right now on Arkosh. They don't need to concern themselves with Centaur pushing the bottom lane. It legit just does not matter. Exactly what they do. So Outpost now taken with that first tier 2 tower. Crow already on the case. Tier 2 items going to start dropping, so I imagine they'll go through the jungle, clear it out. Find a Philosopher's Stone here on DNM.
Money orb for someone. That's a feels good.
Yeah, very much needed right now at 10k net worth deficit.
Yeah, it's getting pretty rough. I mean, you do have Dragon Scale. That's actually like the best Batrider item you can get until tier 4s. But they're going to keep it on Wraith King because he really does need the armor in this game right now. I actually don't even know if it matters, honestly. And Mason finds a freaking Imp Claw, man. That is so good.
Yeah.
Roshan, number 1 of the game, going to be taken here by Arkosh. I mean, they've got the spiders, they got the medallion, they've got everything they need. Gremlo sitting outside, just waiting to throw his body at the enemies, and this is going to be Aegis for the Weaver. Sange and Yasha now completed, giving him that 25% status resistance like we were talking about. After this, he doesn't really need BKB, I don't think. Ooh, he managed to catch Rubik with the Sakuchi. Gremlo styling, baby.
Well, that's a hell of a spear there. Getting revenge there on H for getting caught out earlier. Didn't even end up getting going down, though. Gremlo's on fire this game, I gotta say. Man just stayed near the top of the net worth chart, ended up stomping his lane against DNM, zoned him out. I mean, I can put a little bit of blame on...
I mean, he's just trying to bait something here, and it's just gonna end up being DNM going down on the Wraith King. No chance of TPing out on this. LSA perfectly timed there from Goat once again. Gremlo says mine. I mean, he's a selfish man, I understand.
Yeah, that's a level 1 reincarnation as well. He's still only sitting at level 11 here on the Wraith King.
200-second cooldown. Okay.
He might not have reincarnation available again before this game ends.
He's just saving it for game 2 now.
Yeah. We at the rate we're going at, you see 3 kills for 5Midas. We might see the very funny meme score here, Ricky.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Which meme score are you talking about?
You know, the 3 to 22.
Oh, you know, we saw a 32 to 2 recently, actually. Yeah, that was in another game. I'm trying to think which one it was. I feel like it was Quincy Cruz. They had like 32 kills. The enemy team had 2, and then yeah, it was some good stuff. Yeah, it was Quincy Crew versus Sad Boys, I think.
Yeah,
was it?
Quality meme. I'm glad Sad Boys could at least close out on a funny note. After
they got
the very
it was 20. It was 22 to 0 at one point. And then they decided to dive a tier 2 and died on a couple heroes. Then it became 3-2-2. It was good stuff.
Yep. And they're bullying Aster, saying nice stolen spell. You know this man is playing from the other side of the planet right now. He's on like 300 ping.
Aster is?
Yeah.
Wait, is he back? Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How's your Dave and John? Wait. Who's John?
Don't worry about it.
I forgot. All right. Nice. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
It's back in the game. We're ready to go.
Aikster just getting clowned on by Gremlo right now. Meanwhile, they're diving tier 2. Mason and Crow have no cares while the Stampede's going to come out trying to save them. Crow's got relocate running, so... Oh, wait, they're going to split it. At least Crow's out. Right? Yeah, Crow's out. Oh, lasso. Never mind. He's dead.
Pies does end up going down as well there. You know, honestly, you get the kill off in a Crow while all this happens. It's not awful.
It's really not. Like, you're still applying a lot of pressure. Like, Weaver is still kind of farming up. No cares in the world, so has Aegis. Gremlo's gonna get glimpsed down to the bottom. Doesn't have the arena. This could be a really good pickoff if they're able to stay on top of him, but the Batrider's too afraid. He doesn't have that BKB. He's so close, but once he has it, maybe he can commit for these kills. He's really the only hero that has that kill threat onto Mars, right?
Yeah. Kill threat onto anyone, really. I mean, they need to pick a target, basically. But it's hard walking up onto that high ground there. I mean, they've got Observer Ward up there as well, but you're walking into the mass amount of damage to Weaver. Maybe you blow him up, but he's still got Aegis. I think you might just have to try to wait this one off and turn the game around. I'm not sure how much you can do right now. You might just be waiting for Arkosh to be making mistakes.
I mean, that's pretty much what it has to be, right? Like, you don't have much to work with, and Gremlo's just gonna find Ray once again. Aikster stealing God's Rebuke, not the best spell. And Queen of Pain just blinks forward, doing so much damage to that DD rune. And Aikster trying to make it away. Stampede, whiffs on every spell there on the side of Arkosh. When you said, they're just waiting for Arkosh to throw, this is it.
It's only a matter of time. The tips come out, good effort to each other. Yeah, internal issues already.
Yeah,
team's falling apart.
Is under attack.
For a second, I thought they were going to de-aggro onto Mason there, but pops the magic wand, pops the mech. He's back up to full HP now. Still another minute and 20 seconds here on this Aegis. We might just see another reincarnation. I may have spoken a little bit too soon earlier when I said he wouldn't have the opportunity to use his ultimate again for the rest of the game. And he might just get the tower, or at least put a little bit of pressure on here. Drops the skeletons just outside tower range. So
oh boy, Mason and Crow just destroy both of the supports. Like, the thing is, they're controlling this triangle so much. Bottom lane, Canis Vulpus, they're gonna find the Batrider. He doesn't have the BKB. The Yule's there to try and buy himself some time, and the relocate allows them to get another kill.
Yeah, I mean, we're 22 minutes into this game. This Batrider has one item, and that item is Boots of Travel. He's been working on the BKB ever since then. Still like 700 gold off. Now they're looking for DNM. He's got 2 points in reincarnation now. The last 200 seconds, he's only gained 1 level. This has been a very rough game. They have none of the map right now. Only managed to take out 1 tier 1 tower. I'm not sure how you find a kill on any of these targets either. I think, it has to come off of this lasso, but you're starting to lack the follow-up damage now, even with the lasso.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue they have right now. Like, DNM has, armlet and stuff, which is a lot of damage on the Wraith King. Like, it's amazing how much this one item does for this hero, but it almost feels like you need a Deso or you need an AC, like something to give you more to work with. And Gremlo is playing so smart. He's super far back up into this tree line. Do you know if this deep ward here caught the smoke, Neff?
I believe it did.
I feel like it would have too, based on how they're playing.
I think on the edge of the smoke.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
DNM,
Arena? Dude, no way he picks on Ray again. He actually misses the spear, and as a result, Gremlo in a really bad spot. Static Storm, everything comes out. Stampede, they're going to go ahead and finally punish Mars, but on the backside of the fight, they find the Batrider once again, and Laguna Blade comes out. Even the Sonic Wave, they take him down. Relocate up top. Mason and Crow take down Lies. Every time 5ManMidas gets something, Arkosh take more.
Yeah, I mean, when you're down 25 to 5 kills, 17k now worth up, I'd say these 2-for-1 trades are good, but you're not finding that much on, like, this Wraith King. Wraith King's still only sitting at level 13, he's almost 14. And Gremlo, he doesn't really care. He's just your initiation tool. If he goes down, it's like, I'd say even less of a big deal than if you lose Go.
Yeah.
who can keep the pressure on when he's up. Yeah, they have to commit so much to kill Gremlo there, though. I mean, they dropped the Stampede on top of him. They dropped the Static Storm. They managed to get out of it. So you had to lift him up, throw him back in. It took so long to do it. And so you do lose Bat right on the back line when all that happens. And he struggles to finish this second item. Well, first real item. All you've got, again, is these Boots of Travel.
Yeah, and meanwhile, let's take a look at Mason, who's got a completed Satanic going for a Butterfly.
Yeah.
So good luck killing a Weaver.
Yeah. I mean, it's an incredibly good item in this game as well. The new Dispel. You take off the Thunder Strike. You can stand your ground to just hit people when you're underneath the Static Storm. It'll take off the sticky Napalm charges. And that's all your damage right now.
It really is.
There's no damaging him through that Satanic. He just sits there. He has his status resistance to, survive that initial Flaming Lasso. And he just hits you.
Yeah, and Crow is always going to be on point with this IO. I mean, we've seen so many times Crow play IO for Arkosh in the DPC, and so many times he has made some incredibly clutch saves just with this relocate into getting heroes out, or relocating into the other side of the map, popping that tether mechanism, turning fights. Like, he's a very skilled IO player, and it's one of those things that feels so bad if you're on 5ManMidas right now, because any of the damage you have feels like it's just going to be undone by this IO.
Whether Gremlo changes mind, it looks like opted to cancel, going for that BKB, instead just gets a Desolator. So looking to push, possibly close game number 1 out here.
Oh, Stampede mid. They are going to catch the Lina. All right, a solid kill there from 5ManMidas. Goat's a little bit too far ahead, but it is just drops in the bucket, though. Gremlo here. Oh my god, he finds a 3-man arena on the backside. Rubik and Ray falling so low. Canis Vulpus here as well. In comes Mason on the Weaver. Lies standing no chance in hell. And now RL has the BKB, has the lasso. He's going to have to do something. He does. He pops out on the Queen of Pain, but do they even care? They're just diving them. You lose everything. Sonic Wave, the pure damage, just shattering that Batrider, and Canis Vulpus all the way to the tier 4s, chasing after DNM, and he is going to be just fine.
Well, wish you could say the same for their base. There's no way for them to slow this down. They've got Fortify. They could buy a little bit of time here, but I think
there's
really
the
leads to tier 3s, maybe even your racks. Yeah, it's over. 21k net worth advantage here. 26 minutes in. 28-6. The amount of damage that Gremlo is popping off at last team fight, and he starts dropping his items.
That sounds about like something Gremlo would do. Have we seen? That is Gremlo, right?
The BM, the absolute BM coming out from Arkosh that game, but you won every lane there.
Yeah, the classic 0 item build here from Gremlo. Amazing. Well played by him. Mason on the Weaver absolutely popped off. 7, 0, and 10. And of course, Canis Vulpus on this Queen of Pain. 9, 1, and 10. We were both skeptics on this Queen of Pain, right? We weren't entirely sure how it was going to look in the scope of the game, but it ends up being a fantastic pick. I mean, the tempo that they played with, the 4-point Shadow Strike was definitely the way to go. I love this. Arkosh Gaming, man. These guys are good.
Yeah, not to mention they shut down that Centaur. I think it's something that a lot of people have struggled with, but Arkosh, they lit it through. They thought, okay, we'll just out-heal the return damage coming off onto us. We'll run them down with the Weaver and the IO, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, at 10 minutes in the game, Mason is sitting at almost 5.3k net worth.
That's a lot.
2,000. That's 2,000 ahead of the Centaur, who is seen as like one of the best offliners for like managing to farm himself and contest the enemy team's farm. He struggled to get himself a Vanguard. He's just getting completely zoned out of the lane. Yeah. They played this so well on Arkosh.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably come back to the drawing board here on 5ManMidas. If they're going to first phase that Centaur, there's no way they're leaving Weaver in this pool. It's not the first team we've seen pick Weaver into the Centaur. I mean, this is a classic counter. So hopefully we'll have something new here in game number 2 from 5ManMidas, but we're gonna go to a little bit of a break here. But before we do, I want to talk to y'all about one of our sponsors and what we got going on here. So let's take a look at that. There is a giveaway happening, and the details on the giveaway, you can see the links both in chat and below in the banner. Basically, you have an opportunity to win one of these XPG Xenia XE Gaming Lifestyle Ultrabooks, as well as some keyboards and even some BTS swag. So if you guys are looking to get some really cool free stuff. Definitely check out the giveaway. There's going to be 4 winners, and you have until May 23rd to enter. So make sure to check that out while you still can. We are coming down to the wire. 23rd's tomorrow, in case you guys didn't know what day of the week it is, because I had to just check, in case you were wondering. I literally just pulled up my calendar. I was like, what's today? Actually, I have no idea. So Neph,
You live in that gamer life.
living the gamer life, man. Up until 4 a.m. Wake up, whatever.
What year is it?
Who knows, man? It's in January. Like, I have no clue. Yeah, we've got game 2 between Arkosh and 5ManMidas coming up in a moment. Neph, any final thoughts before we throw it to a quick break?
I'm surprised. I'm worried. We're 1 win away in Arkosh from the worst possible timeline. Them moving into the upper division. A small part of me thinks that the most Arkosh thing Arkosh could do is lose this game intentionally and then play tiebreakers just to beat Lukey again. But we probably won't see that.
Oh my God! Can we please? The funny thing is that would be so perfect, because it is like the ultimate arc, right? Like the original like villain story of Arkosh versus Lukey Dog Champ team, and it all comes down to Arkosh versus Team Dog Champ again. That would be that would be epic. But Arkosh certainly just want to get themselves that guaranteed Division 1. So we'll be going into game 2 in just a little bit. Everyone stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break.